All is one. P.A. Finley, Anonymous, the Universe. Coming at you live on this beautiful Sunday morning, just around 3:30 a.m. June 28th, 2020. Sending out an atomic mushroom cloud explosion of love all across the globe. When do we not need that, right? Okay? And you know we can always use more and more of that. Excuse me, you guys. So, this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and take an opportunity to show Mother Earth some love and give her a hug and appreciation and thankfulness for everything she's done up until this point. Let's go ahead and do that claw squeeze. Y'all know how we do it. Claw squeeze hug to Mother Earth. Yay, right behind me. Yay, Mother Earth. Yay. We're going to hug on Mother Earth, right? The original Big Mama. And y'all hang out with me, man. This is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be the purpose of the Caucasian American. All right, you guys, hang out. Ooh.
Introducing. Introducing the elemental beast that realizes oneness, the all things and the none.
Okay, sending a shout out to my listeners and viewers. You guys get a singled out. Thank you so much for logging in and sharing, viewing, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments. You guys are our emotional support and backing, okay, to get this program going. We appreciate you so much. Sending a special shout out to my All1llAs. You guys get a double dap. Appreciate you. You guys are the ones who, you're our financial backers. You guys are the ones coming down to the arena, seeing the show, getting up out the seat, coming on down and buying tickets, concession standing, merch buying, just, coming out your pockets. You guys are the reason why we are financially here. Thank you so much. And sending an extra special shout out to my soul models. You guys get a tripled out. I am a soul model. I am a volunteer. One who has accepted the mantle of being an example of the next level. If humanity were riding bicycles with training wheels, we would be the ones without the training wheels popping willies all the way down the street, disappearing around the corner. That's a soul model, okay? Giving people a visual of where they're going and where they need to go. Just like the grade schooler looks up to the middle schooler, and the middle schooler looks up to the high schooler, and the high schooler looks up to the college student. So, we need to always see where we're going. You see? Examples thereof. So, anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and dive right into this. The purpose of the Caucasian American. So this video, I will be talking directly to the Caucasian American. At some particular point, somebody suggested that you view this video. So glad that you're here. You guys are awesome. In the beginning, I'm dive right on into it. In the beginning, there was darkness. And then God said, let there be light. In the beginning, there was the black man who started out in this continent behind me, Africa, and spread out all across the globe. Okay. There's many stories about how the white man was created. Not going to get into that, but we're just going to say that all other races was created and then introduced the white man. Okay, the white man is the last of the races created. Okay, first and last, black and white. It's a color thing, believe it or not. It's always been. It's always been a color thing. People say this ain't about color. I don't see color and all that. Yeah, as it turns out. Okay, you were created to produce the color gray, to mix and match with the black race and produce the color gray. The color gray is the African American. Hey, how you doing? I said in one of my other videos that I could easily be called an African Caucasian. It's funny how we don't even go in that direction, but it's real. The honesty is, we're not going to focus too much attention on how that was done. Definitely, a lot of people believe that it could have been done better than that, but who would have known? It might not have came out the way it did, and here we are. So, my message to you is to the Caucasian American, and then eventually you're going to take this word that I'm bringing to you, you're going to take this word out to the rest of your Caucasian brothers and sisters all across the globe. But specifically, my message to you, my Caucasian brother and sister, is you was everything, all of history, ever since your introduction. Excuse me. Ever since your introduction, you was created to do what you did. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. Your history. And when I'm talking to the living descendants of slave masters and that whole process back in the day, 400 years ago, plus more, all the way back to Africa, all the way back to the stuff when you first came down from the mountains. That's your introduction was, bang, you let there be light. You know what I'm saying? So, and all the way up until today, and I'm communicating, like physically talking to you, the one who's here who did none of that, right? But you're reaping the benefits of it, so you're connected. You can't deny your connection. You're definitely reaping the rewards of the spoils thereof. So, in other words, you gotta embrace that. You gotta embrace that part of your history. I'm sorry, you can't separate yourself. Because it'd be different if you wasn't reaping any rewards or benefits, but you are. So that's your folks. So go and embrace them. I know they're crazy. I know they was crazy. I know. But they're your folks. So there you go. Now, so we started out as one people in Africa. We're ending up as one people, as it turns out, in Africa. The beginning and the end, the start and the finish. This is the process of humanity. And like the Excalibur, I'm going to use that example because it actually fits pretty good with what needs to be done with the Excalibur. Okay? The Excalibur started out with, before it even went into the furnace, it was just a hunk of metal. But the process, oh man, dude. So, the African American is likened unto, I call it the gray diamond, and also the Excalibur. We are that product which was produced through the heat and then the beating and then the flipping and the beating and the heating and the shock of the water and then the reheating and the beating. I mean, you know, obviously when we're speaking of the Excalibur, we're talking about like the best of the best. So we're talking about like 10 times the normal process, like flipping and folding it like 20 times extra. You know, whoever produced the Excalibur, like, dude, this is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to be the king of kings when it comes to swords. Okay, so the Excalibur has been produced. The Great Diamond is now in existence. And the purpose of the Excalibur is to cut the chains, because that's what it's going to take, something as sharp and powerful as a diamond cut. Great diamond cut. And the Excalibur is the only thing that can actually cut the chains. The ball and chain that has been attached to the Caucasian American in a vicious cycle of guilt and fear. Okay? We're the only ones who can do it. Okay? We're the only ones who can release you, and then you will then release us. See, we free you, then you free us. See, the only reason why you don't free us is because of fear of retribution. Okay? It's like somebody being, you know, and we've all had this experience coming up. I mean, you know, the guys, especially the girls too, y'all be scrapping. But I know I've had coming up different experience of battles and fighting fisticuffs where I was on the bottom, I ended up on the bottom, or I ended up on top. And sometimes it was the bottom, sometimes the top. And I'm gonna tell you, whichever the one, I mean, when there's a top and bottom experience in the fight is pretty much over. Who's ever on top is the one who won. Because whoever's on top usually don't get up until the one on the bottom concedes. Right? There's a mini conversation that goes on. A lot of people, you know, there usually is a crowd around, and everybody's cheering and yelling and screaming, but they can't hear this personal conversation going on. Dude, man, let me up, man. Man, let me up. I can't let you up, dog. I can't let you up. What do you mean, why, man? You need to let me up, man. Let me up. Because you're going to take flight if I let you up. Man, I ain't gonna take flight, man. Just let me up, dog. Let me know. Oh, I don't believe you. I think you gonna. You still got animosity. You think you failed because you tripped and fell on the fluke. You think you need to prove something. I'm not gonna let you up because you're gonna take flight. No, man, let me. I promise, man. I'm not gonna take you. Just promise. Okay, we'll put it on something. What do you mean, man? Get off me. No, we have a holding the conversation while I'm on the ground, and you hit me, and I can't get up, and it's going down, and I'm pissed off. And you want me to let's make a deal. What? You don't get up on me. You see what I'm saying? But the dude on top, like, dude, I'm still not going to let you up. You can say what you want to say, but I ain't letting you up unless you got to put it on something. Well, what? Because by then now, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're burnt out, you're wore out, you're sad, you're almost crying. It's bad. I'm on the bottom. I can't stand it. All you want to do is get up. It's like, what then? He's like, well, put it on your mama. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's a very interesting dilemma. The one on the bottom and the one on the top is very interesting. Two different realities occupying the same space. The one on the bottom says, he just thinks to him, he just wants to get up. She just want to get up. Everybody's still standing around screaming. They can't hear this. This is a straight up conversation. Nobody hears it. Can't nobody hear it. But it's going out. So dude thinks to himself, man, if I gotta put it on my mama, I'm gonna kill this dude. Go that dude. In order to get up, I gotta throw my mama under the bus. Dude, when I get up, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be some mayhem. It's mayhem, right? You can't tell me to put on my mama and then let me up. Then I gotta defend my mama now. Now I got, anyway. So, and most of us African Americans, we grew up with, single parent. Mama was mama and daddy. So, dude, you got a double up coming. And and think about it, man. You're on the bottom, dude. You're so disgraced, embarrassed. You just, all the pretty girls are looking at everyone you like is out there. They look at you like, dang. You just don't. It's not one of your best of days. Remember, sometimes you on top and you doing the same thing you doing. They're gonna let you up. I ain't gonna let you do. I'm not hold it. What? Moves don't move. Don't even try. Don't what? What you got? Dude, it's a wrap. Give up, tap out. You gotta tap out. And then to tap out. Sometimes they get up, we let them up, and they take flight. We gotta get back at it again. And sometimes we end up on the line. It's just, and sometimes they just walk off and be like, I'm done, lick my wounds. You know what I mean? Let me go lick my wounds. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's not. But back to the one with the mama shot, though. Man. You get to that point, man, where you put your mama on. You do tell you to put your mama on it? Put it on your mama? Believe it or not, you would think a person would know better than that, but it's a sticky situation. I need to, when you say I won't take flight, I need to know that you mean it. So you need to put something on it, man. And the most thing, when they say put it on your mama, that means you serious, but usually it's all bad after the mama shot. You got me throwing my mama under? Okay. So anyway. So I paint that picture to say we've all been there. On both sides of the fence, we've all been there. In one shape, form, or another. If it wasn't fisticuffs, it was something else. It's an argument. Whatever you want to call it. Okay? So we've all been there. Okay? And the interesting thing about this situation is that you're not going to believe anything we say. Dude, we all come all together as one. The African American community come in one and be like, look, we ain't going to do nothing. We promise. You ain't gonna. The truth of the matter is, there's a little piece of the spirit of retribution that's hiding deep down, waiting for the opportunity. Forget back. Man, dude, it's that in each and every one of us. Too much pain, too much hurt, too much drama, too much stress, too much mess, too much. Too much. It's there, even if we won't admit it. It's there. I'm letting you know. This is, dude. You better not let that proverbial knee up off the neck. Not without you knowing we won't retaliate. And that's where the Excalibur comes into play. See, we're here to cut the ball and chain of guilt and fear, which is a vicious cycle all the way since you came down from the mountain. Okay? But what we're trying to do is show you that all of that was for a reason. And that as screwed up of a deal as you had, and as screwed up of a deal that we had. I mean, both. Listen, it could have been the reverse. The same thing would have happened. Listen, we were pawns in the game, both sides, and we've been pawns ever since. So now, what my purpose for this video is to introduce you to the puppeteer, so that when you see the bigger picture that the puppeteer is painting, you will understand everything, and you will get it, and you will like, oh, okay. I mean, there's going to be some crying and a lot of release, because you've been trapped in a vicious cycle of fear, guilt, and fear. Guilt because you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, that you feel on the inside of your being that you shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway because of fear of retribution. It's a vicious cycle, dude, that all the way to the beginning, all the way into now. It's like you can't get, there's no way out until now. We are introducing to you a way out. I don't have to convince you. The crazy thing about it is I don't have to convince you. We, as your African American brothers and sisters on this side, which is, white and black on the side, and rainbow in between. But we're joined at the hip. Number one, it's a setup. It's been a setup the whole time. How are we going to free you now? It's by introducing you to All1llA. Okay, and All1llA. What All1llA is in the binary code. Just an example. If reality was the binary code, let's say the binary code is a perfect example of reality. Zeros and ones. The zero will represent the physical reality, the stuff that we deal with every day. That's the zero. And by itself, it's God. By itself alone, it's God. It's the number one thing. That's what we deal with. This is what we do. We got all the way here. Is what we know, the zero. That's it. Separation represents the zero. I'm over here, you over there. That type of thing. Okay? And it's God. I mean, when I say God, that's religiously speaking. And then scientifically speaking, it's the universe. It's everything. Micro from the macro to the micro. It's the divisions, the parts, the pieces, the separation of things. That's the zero. Awesome. Crazy. Stupid. Off the chain. Bam. And then enters the one next to the zero. Immediately the zero is shown what it truly is. Nothing. This thing that was God is nothing next to the one. And the one has been there the whole time, but the awareness thereof, that has been the issue up until this point. Now we're becoming aware that there's a oneness intertwined with and interconnected with the zero. So but it's been there since the beginning, but we just was unaware. We just unaware. Like, okay, the zero, woohoo, the zero. We can do everything with the zero. We can work the zero. 2 + 2 = 4. Yeah, let's break it down. Now we're being introduced to the one. And the one, Once we dive into the one, we look at the zero like, what? But the zero is a part. It's delusion. It represents delusion. But delusion is important. But we'll get into that later. So that's what we're delivering to you, which is going to be your release, your freedom. Within the one is your freedom. Within the one is the big picture, and you can then see your role, the part that you played in the production of the Great Diamond and the Excalibur sword, the African American. Okay? Not the African, not the American, the African American, which can easily be called the African Caucasian American. Just saying. Now, what does this do? How does this free you? Well, first of all, within the one, there is no guilt. Within the one, there's no fear. We don't fear what could happen in the one. We don't fear the unknown in the one. And we have no guilt because it's all one. There's no, so that stuff, all that's divisional, that's productions, byproducts, if you will, of division, separation. I'm over here, you're over there, so therefore we got to go at it. That's just, you know what I'm saying? So, but in the one, all is one, there's none of that stuff. So you don't, within the one, now, remember, both realities exist in the same space and time. So we still got to deal with the separation. The separation is not disappeared by the one. Notice how the one doesn't cross over the zero. It stands next to it. So it's not here to eliminate the parts and pieces. Parts and pieces still exist, but even the parts and pieces are in all the one. So it's like join the club, if you will, that you're already a part of, by the way. So it gives you that picture to say, everything I've done up to this point has been a programming. I've been programmed to do it. So it's not my fault. See, it frees you of guilt. There's no sin in the one. There's no missing of any points. All points are hit on point, is on target. There's nothing that is missed in the one. So, this other dimension, this other reality, allows you to be, it allows you to free you. You're gonna free yourself. We're just showing you, we're just here to show you the picture thereof so that you can get it, drink it in, understand that this has been a program since the beginning of time. All other cultures, there's a galactic community out there waiting. It's like we're in an eggshell cocoon, and they're all out there waiting for us to go through this process. And it takes, we're going to unite humanity as one by creating, and that's because only the one can break through the eggshell and the cocoon. The wings, only the wings, the strength of the one. We can't do about bits and pieces. We've been trying. I'm going to knock over here. I'm going to knock over this little piece over there. I'm going to knock over here. The doggone cocoon is too strong. The eggshell is too strong for that. So, we have a galactic community, and all of them has been through this process. So it's bigger than what you think it is the point. This is a process that we all go through. Like all flying, space, flight, travel, that's where we're going. We're gonna, play around with the solar system first. That's our training ground, because we gotta learn some stuff. We gotta be trained. We gotta go through training. Right? There are a couple of thousand years doing that, and then we off. We off to this, we off to space. Man, the galaxies, the universe, dude. We have to join the Galactic Community. But first, we gotta get out this eggshell, this cocoon. We gotta get out. So, once you see the bigger picture, it releases your guilt So now, and there's no fear for retribution because we're not going to retaliate against you because we see you as me. We're one. And we have to be one. Humanity has to be one being to break out of this eggshell and this cocoon. And I can't do that fighting you. I can't warring with you and battling and trying to throw stones because I'm pissed off and mad because I was done wrong all these years. Yes, I was, but I wasn't. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to me saying it. But the African American spirit of retribution, we must take that spirit of retribution and put it on the altar of the one. Put it in the direction. Listen, that's the puppet. That's the one is the puppeteer. If we want to take fight on somebody, take fight on the one, which I strongly advise against it. That's our source. That's our power. That's where we get our strength and power from. It's like an ant stepping up to Godzilla. It's ridiculous. So it's so ridiculous. It's because it's one. All is one. So it's hard to. You can't. I'm not going to fight myself. See? And yes, we all have that spirit. Even I have that spirit of retribution. I still want some get out. There's a part of me that says screw everything. All is one. All that everything. Just screw it all. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Let's get it cracking. But that's the yin and my yang. My yang says all is one, which is the biggest part. And then it's this little bitty part saying, no, I want to cut some heads off and do some terrible stuff. But we're going to sacrifice that little part on the altar of the one and say, look, for the purpose of the uniting of humanity as one, so we can have the strength of one people to break the eggshell and break the cocoon and fly. We sacrifice that spirit of retribution. On the altar of the one, baby. And let's do this. And so you'll see that from your experience with the one. From your point of view, see, I can't convince you of that outside of you. It has to come from within you. So you have to experience the one on your own, and the one will show you everything you need to see. And it will show you that. You're like, because we're your dude. Look, we're gonna have a party once this is over. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a global. The whole world is gonna celebrate. Finally, we are free. Both of us, we're free. And now the rest of the world can be free. We can free the rest of the world because now we bring them the one all, so they can see what we see, and what has this miracle. That's what we need is a miracle, right? We understand we need the miraculous. We understand we can't do this. Do we, as my Caucasian brothers and sisters, can we agree upon that? For 400 plus years, we've been trying to figure out a way to do this. We can't. There's no way. There's only one, as it turns out. There can only be one. And this is the way. Mandalorian. Once you embrace all in this, you don't have to give up. You don't have to give up your religious beliefs. You don't have to do that. All backs and supports all religious beliefs. Excuse me. So you don't have to sacrifice your ancestral belief system and stuff. Like whatever that is, that's awesome. Good for you. Keep up the good work. But and AllOneAll is not so much a belief system; it's a different way of thinking and looking at things. We see and view everything from these two eyes, and we got 5 senses. The one represents the sixth sense. It has been with us the whole time. Many people before us have pointed to it, and we did it. You know, all the gurus, all the holy people, Jesus, Krishna, Muhammad, Buddha, all of them throughout the history of mankind has pointed to the one. But we wasn't ready to receive the way we are today. Today, we can receive it because we're in the information age. And you can check anything that I say to you, and it'll click with everything that you already have inside. And then if it doesn't, then you can still Google it and find it in an instant, or Bing it, or whatever your process is. And in an instant, you can find out intel that will help you that will it will back what I'm saying. Whatever, believe me, your research will go right inside what I'm saying, and plus it's inside. You'll feel it. You'll get it. It's connecting even as we speak right now. You're like, my God, this is it. Finally free of being the monster that you have become. This is what the Bible is talking about, the lion laying down with the lamb. You've been trapped, and we're going to free you so that you can free us. And believe me, once you see, once you embrace, once you explore the one dimension and receive the bigger picture, the bigger process of all of this, and how important your role has been, you will be rewarded. There's a reward waiting on you because you have I don't know which one is the worst. That's how awesome your purpose is. You just have to believe and trust in some stuff. I can't explain everything to you because remember, you're still seeing things and hearing things from parts and pieces. But you have to embrace the one just enough. Remember, the one is yours. It belongs to you. Okay? It's yours. It's like an amusement park. And it belongs to you. And you can go in it and out of it anytime you want. It's there with you 24/7, 365, so you can tap into it, and it don't cost no money. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to travel. You don't have to plan for trips and none of that. You just imagine. Use your imagination, and it'll take over from there. Believe. You must believe, and then you must imagine, and then you must travel. And then it will show you everything you need to know. All your answers to the questions, everything, all your questions will be answered. Everything will make sense. And then you can bounce back and forth from one dimension to the next, over there to here, to here, to there. You can just play around with it. Play. You need to play. You need to have fun. You need to enjoy the possibility that none of this is your freaking fault. Like literally. And so fear nothing. You are loved. I mean loved. I mean real love. That real stuff. I'm talking about like prince and princesses love from kings and queens. That type of love. You know, the kind of love you do anything. Nothing going here there. And you will be rewarded because you've been trapped purposefully by the one to do this work. Okay, you volunteered to be trapped. We volunteered to be slaughtered. We. Is it time to go? Yeah, it's time to go. Okay. And you was like, I don't want to do it. Oh my God, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do that. She was like, God, what that's going to do to your inner being, core. It was a sacrifice. But that's what this is, man. It's to create this thing that's going to bring together all, see, as parts and pieces, different cultures all around the globe. Now, we started out in Africa, so we got to understand we are one, people. Okay? Just saying. But because it's been so long and we got all kinds of different cultures and every histories and stuff, and people are like, nah, man, I don't want to give up my stuff. You don't have to give up your stuff. Keep your stuff. But understand that we only unite as one. As one people. Okay? One body. A human body. One body. And then that one body is going to build up its strength to knock the doggone cocoon out. And then they can assist from outside. Just like the mother eagle. Once they see something popping from the out and the head, then I could take this piece from over there. But you still got to do the rest. You got to do it. Everything goes from inside out. It has to come from within. That's why to you, the Caucasian, my Caucasian brothers and sisters, you have to see this and you have to come to a reasoning from within. Once that takes place, ain't nothing going to stop you from doing what you need to do. To go to the next level, to do the next right thing. You're going to know what to do. You're going to be looking at it like, oh, because you're going to be free to see. Unchained, unballed by guilt or fear. That's a new reality. That's a whole new experience. And you're going to be like, oh, I got to stop this. I got to stop that. I got to start doing this. I got to back the police up. I got to start. Okay, the message I'm sending out a decree to all of the medical facilities. Stop all of the guinea pigging. Stop that. Cut that out. Stop doing it. Done. We're done. We got it. We figured it out. Got it. Oh, the animals? Oh, you got to shut down you got to shut them places down. But you're going to be, you're not going to fear like, well, what else am I going to do? You can do anything you want to do. Right? You can make billions of dollars any kind of way. It's like, dude, you're like, what? Yeah, that's you. This is where you're going to go. This is how and then you're going to be, and we're going to look at each other in our eyes and see ourselves for the first time. And it's going to be a lot of crying and hugging and stuff. Partying. Oh, man, we're going to party. The whole world is going to bar it because they're going to see the black and white issue finally be resolved. And that's going to make the whole world unite as one. Like, we're so happy for you guys. The rainbow. They're going to be like, we're so happy for you guys. We're so happy. Because that's the whole thing, isn't it? And it's not the whole thing. The whole thing is, which side should I choose? We got to choose sides. We want to support the black thing, and we want to back them up, but then you guys run the show, so it's now we don't have to choose. This is the rainbow. This is like the rainbow is, all the races in between. Just tighten them up. I don't want to leave nobody out, but so I'm gonna close this. This is gonna be a one-parter. I'm not going to make this no mini parts for you guys. For you guys, it's one video. Watch the series. After this, go watch the series of the Purpose of the African American. That's for you too. You're in there. But this is personally for you. But I want you to go watch that. Do the last lesson. Go get you got some stuff. You got to update yourself. All1llA channel, anything on there, it's for you. It's for everybody. It's good stuff. It's good food. Intel. Waterhole. It's the All1llA waterhole. And you ain't going to find another waterhole. I'm sorry. I know you want a little variety, but not today. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, you guys. This is the next level. And we're trying to get there. So come on and join us and fulfill your purpose. Finally. Both of us. Like, I don't even know what that's going to be like, but I know it's going to be better than this. All right, you guys, y'all know what time it is. Be beautiful as you are. Peace, and one is all.
Mind you who you are.
Oh my goodness gracious, who will be the one to come and save us?